I have a question for both of you then. Let's say that the Bengals don't make the playoffs. Will Joe Burrow's ceiling, in your eyes, would it have decreased in his potential?
Well, I said this year what we were looking at. This was a last year they could live off that Super Bowl run anyway. So for me, you don't make the playoffs now, we're gonna have to start having serious conversations because it's now okay, cool. What are you living off of? You got two of the best receivers in football. You basically got 2 ones. No one's got 2 ones like that. You get what I mean?
And there's no guarantee next year Higgins is staying.
And that's the thing. So and we see you when you don't have one of them. So what are we looking forward to if one of them then leaves?
They're slightly missing Joe Mixon as well, you know.
Big running back. But this is the thing. Like with all your weapons now gone, you're playing good. You're playing well sometimes. First 4 or 5 games of the season. Now I'm seeing these weapons not weaponing.
No, real talk.
And you look very average.
Like Chase has been good this season. He's
Yeah,
one of the top receivers, but it's just like, bro, teams know. Like when played against the Chiefs just doubled up on Chase.
So, what's your answer to the question then?
I think quarterbacks like that, they're allowed to have like one bad season during their tenure. But the flip side to that, because I always think, for instance, like Drew Brees, the Saints had bad records or like 7-9 records under him or whatever, but he still played well numbers wise. And then when you do the totality of his career, you don't really talk about the losing seasons as much. Do you know what I mean?
Super Bowl though.
But then, not even that. Yeah, well, that adds it on as well. But in Joe Burrow's case, because he's not as healthy, you have to now take into effect like, I'll naturally give you that leeway because you're so good, but because you don't stay healthy, I now have to think about it a bit more. It's like not your window closing, obviously, but it's like, bro,
your ceiling just gets a little bit lower.
Like it will. Your ceiling does get a bit smaller because you're not as healthy.
Yeah, and then you start. I'm not saying you fall out of the top 5 conversation.
Yeah,
but it's like, okay, cool. We're gonna start looking elsewhere. We'll look at the Jaden Daniels. We'll look at We'll look at the players that are coming up. They're not messing around. Sport, this is the thing. So that's where my thing is. As always, Joe Burrow for me is going to be a top 5 quarterback. But if you don't produce what top 5 quarterback player, I can't keep putting you in here off of previous things.
Yeah.
And obviously he's playing well now, but they're not winning games. So if you're losing games but you're playing well, what are you contributing?
Yeah.
You're meant to be the man to take you over the edge.
It's basically empty stats in the NFL.
Yeah. You're Dak Prescott. Yeah. In the fourth quarter. That's what you are. That's what you turn into.
Empty calories.
Yeah. So that's where I stand. What's your thoughts though?
No, I'm in the same boat as you. If they don't make the playoffs this season, then his ceiling does get a bit lower because his availability hasn't always been there. Even though obviously injuries are injuries, but you can only be injured for so long in your career that your ratings just go down anyway.
Because now, like, pundits and analysts can't say every season Joe Burrow has been fully healthy. They've made the AFC Championship. They've made the playoffs. He's healthy now. There's no excuse.
Yep.
So if they don't make the playoffs, we're finally going to put an end to that conversation. Like you said, that Chiefs beating the Chiefs 3 years ago.
It's not like you won a Super Bowl. You beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's literally just because he beat Mahomes.
Yeah,
sometimes that's almost the same thing, man.
But if you beat the Chiefs and you don't get over the hump to go to the promised land, what
I
you really done?
Obviously, they got to the
what I'm
Super
wearing
Bowl.
right now.
Yeah,
but
and they've got to 2 AFC Championship games minimum with him fully healthy. So that's where he gets some credit in the bank, innit? But it's just how long that credit in the bank lasts for.
We don't give Jalen Hurts no credit. He got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but like...
I know Burrow and Jalen Hurts is 2 different things, but it's the same, like, he got to the Super Bowl.
It's a good point, though.
Yeah, he got to the Super Bowl, and we were calling him at the time a top 5 quarterback.
Who, Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, that year.
I did say, I've followed up quickly. One of my guys on Twitter, he's an Eagles fan. He's like, Jalen Hurts, like, following season, top 5, he's even top 3. I said, let him prove it again.
But this is the realm I say that Joe Burrow is. I couldn't say he's entering it because he's so good. He's better than Jalen Hurts.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, in the AFC especially, and it's Mahomes' fault because making a championship game is seen as an achievement right now
for everyone but Lamar Jackson.
most.
Yeah.
But in Joe Burrow's case, he's done it twice, and one of them beat Mahomes to get to the Super Bowl.
Right.
That does hold weight, but for me, it's just how long is this going to last for? Because, if you think about it, last 5 years, bar Mahomes, he's the only quarterback to make 2 championship games in the last 5 years, I believe. And Purdy.
Yeah.
But obviously, Purdy got knocked out in the first
Yeah,
round.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, that's where they'll get their small leeway because it's not easy at the end. And the Bengals, their thing is they take the hard route.
Yeah, they never are up there.
They don't start well, so
they're always having to play their way through the whole playoff.
So, but yeah, no, I know I fully hear what both of you lot are saying, and so but.